maquettes. Some Greek rap. Another cat. Abandoned building. There's a lot of abandoned buildings here. I mentioned that in an earlier part of this series, you could say. Over here. Pause a while as you pass by. Close your eyes and remember. Remember the time when where or here or near here, men, women and children, our own fellow creatures, congregated in peace and trust, only to be arrested, humiliated, deported and murdered in camps that shall forever shame our civilization. Because they were Jewish, 6 million people were denied the right to be free, happy and hope, smile, pray and finally right to live. Remember them, the anguish and death. Do not recoil at such horror, do not descend in despair at man's inhumanity to man. Just remember, for remembering we honour their deaths and we save them from dying again in oblivion. Oh, it's a Holocaust memorial. Okay. And this looks like the cemetery of Kerameikos. Interesting. To be honest, this doesn't seem like one I want to go inside. I'm not really one to, you could say, disrupt the dead. And quite frankly, it doesn't look too intriguing. It is kind of demolished, quite frankly. Yeah. Let's walk around and see what else there is. I mean, as intriguing as it is being a cemetery, it is a cemetery. And they're kind of digging up remains, potentially. You can see not even a lot of people. Ooh, there's a mound there. Not a lot of people are in there. There isn't a crazy point of interest, but there was obviously a temple structure there from the look of it. Ooh. To be honest, that church looks more interesting. Ugh. It's a huge cemetery. You know what? I'm gonna go in. Might as well. Paid for it already. Some intriguing stuff there. Yeah, we're going in. If this is the entrance, looks like it. Alright, I'm gonna pause and switch to the phone. So, I just overheard a tour guide talking about this place. Essentially, this was built outside the original city of Athens. They kept their cemeteries outside the city, so they didn't bury people within, like, you could say, sacred and holy grounds. Yeah, there's a lot of primeval mounds, you could say. And yeah, this graveyard of Kerameikos, I believe that's where the English word for ceramic came from, as again what the tour guide said. Yeah, it was built outside the original city of Athens. So the original city of Athens would have been based around kind of the Acropolis. This, to be honest, this isn't too far from the Acropolis. There's a bull. There's some inscription up there. I obviously can't read it. Mounds. Yeah. Look at these perfectly placed stones again. Large ones as well. Okay. Careful where you're stepping in graveyards. Do not go over graves. The feeling here is a lot different than the other places I've been to. The vibe is just, yeah, a lot different. Can't necessarily explain it. Looks like some recent work is being done here. Base of archaic grave monument. There is a dead pigeon there. Interesting. Yeah, this has a very different feeling to the other two places I've been to. You could tell the other two places were like sacred grounds, and that this place is just feels different. It feels like this thing is here. The air feels a bit dense, is all I can say. Next to a massive church. Catholic church. If you don't know the difference between Catholicism and Christianity, Google it. What's this? The Tritopetrion. If you would like to pause and read that, go for it. Some things I'll read out, some things no. Too long. So I came from down there. We'll go over here, I think we'll do a loop around the whole thing and then come out, I guess. Any money that's buried quite deep, and there's more than you can find. Some sort of cellar thing. What's this? Tunnel for water pipe. Interesting. That was a grave, potentially. More of these perfect holes. So apparently there's a decent amount of pottery around here as well, according to that tour guide. I obviously didn't record the tour guide because I wasn't part of the tour. The Sacred Way and Iradonos River. Again, feel free to pause and read. So we'll do that then. You can't even see my finger. Small sanctuary with a marble altar in front of a sacred gate. Where's the sacred gate? Oh. Walks away. And that's where I came from. Let's go. Oh, yeah. I wonder what these ancient people wore as footwear. Because this material is slippy as hell. Look at that. Hey, bud. The moon. I can't get out of there. Yeah, we saw this bit from the other part of the video when I was coming here. Let's see what this says. Looks like some building structure. Kerameikos within the city walls. Pause and read. Can't go over there. That looks interesting as hell though. How did they cut them like that? With chisels? Yeah, apparently with chisels. These look like they're cut with tools, mate. Half of these stones look like they're cut with tools. I'll tell you that now. That's some sort of gateway to something. Passageway for the dead, perhaps? Not sure. This looks like something they're working on. Potentially Roman, by the way it's built. One thing good about Romans though is they had some very good cement. It lasts a lot longer than our cement. Hundreds of years. Our cement is 50 years max, 70, like 100 years tops, depending how it's looked after and what conditions it's in. Yeah, as a society, we do not have the technology that these ancient peoples had to place these stones together and hold them in place without cement. Looks like some sort of waterway again. It's quite warm. And I just farted. So I've got to go all the way around, take a right, instead of... Huh. Two different types of stones. Three different types of stones. Can't see what's on my screen. I think some lady is watching me. See that? I feel like those little bits on the side, around there. This looks like a kind of sacred space. This area. Maybe where they renovated the dead or something. It's like kind of stones that they've found and are not sure where they fall. A lot of them over there. Can't go that way because of pillars. The pillar's nearly broken. Interesting. There's no barrier here, so I'm assuming you can go up here. Look at that though. Not sure if those metal bits are recent to like keep it together or what. They look like hinges of some sort. Gate. Something stood here. Yeah, this is a very holy spot. This feeling is a lot different to the bit that I was at before, where there was clearly graves. This is clearly not a grave area, if you know what I mean. These are going. Look at the size of these. So they're double-sided, but still. Looks like you can walk that way. I'm gonna go this way though. Another waterway. Now if you understand the Egyptians and their waterways, they actually used to be able to send messages through water. I forgot what temple it was, but there was a temple that had a particular waterway, and it was said that they would send messages and stuff through there. Can I go over here? There's no barrier. Another perfect square. That was a pillar. There's a pillar right there. It's supposed to be. Well. Yeah, I have a feeling this bit covered this whole thing. A square of water with a circle in the middle. Alright, I can get out this way. Dipylon. Pause and read. Maybe over here. What size of that? Looks similar to the ones in Egypt. What were they called? It looks as large as the ones in Egypt, even though I haven't been to the ones in Egypt, so there's no sign to say what this bit is, so I've got no idea, but it looks more contemporary. I'm gonna say more contemporary than the other stuff. You know what I mean? So you got these large blocks, but these are degradable very easy. It's made with stone and cement. Stones and cement. Right, that is pretty much it for the cemetery of Kerameikos. Gonna head out, grab a drink, probably head to the apartment and get some rest. See you in a little bit. Tomb of the Lacedaemonians. Lacedaemonians. I'm going to Google that after. Interesting. But this was it. Maybe. Pull through. And graves there. Hello, cat. Hello. Oh, sorry. Hi. You okay? You're a female. You look like a calico. You're a female, aren't you? You look like a tabby calico. Interesting. I'm a bit concerned with the ladies like watching me because it's a bit of a weird one because like you're allowed to record but you're not allowed to speak and record. It's weird.
Who told you this?
Some woman at one of the other places.
Really?
The Library of Hadrian. Said you're allowed to like record, but if you're like posting it online and speaking and like
Explaining what it is?
explaining what it is and stuff like
Oh, because you'd be like a tour guide kind of a thing.
that. Kinda.
And then people would use that instead of paying for tour guides.
Yeah, but
Yes.
the problem is